everyone. My name is Deborah the Media Girl, and I just spilled with Coin on the Spills and Thrills podcast.
Hey, love it. So you would agree with me that the older we get, the more we need our friends and the harder it is to actually keep them. Once you get into the daily grind of adult life, it can be easy to forget what real friendship feels like. In adulthood, as people grow up, friendships are the relationships that would most likely take a hit. And that is why today I'll be discussing this with the one and only, the most beautiful, the most gorgeous Asamoah. I just have to say it.
Oh my
Malisha. Debbie, the media girl.
Hey! Hey, darling. It's
My
so good
Debbie.
to be here.
It's so good to be here. We're always on social media doing my media sister.
I
Now
know,
my media
right?
sister is
Now we're actually here
live.
together shooting this. I'm so excited, actually.
I'm so excited. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. All right. Today what we're talking about is adulthood and friendships. And looking at you, you have a beautiful clique of friends, your sisters,
My
your girls, exactly.
Yeah.
Like seeing you online, how you support each other, you carry each other, then you flaunt yourselves. It's so beautiful to see, and I must commend that. Like,
Shout out to you, babes. I love you guys.
Everybody deserves that these kinds of friends in their circle. People that they support you. That they've got you.
Yeah.
When you need somebody to pray. I don't want to go. I would like you to explain that for yourself so that it's not look like it's in a relationship. Who is
It's
talking?
in a friendship.
Exactly, it's in a friendship. Who is talking? All right. So, what is friendship to you? I think I'll start with that.
All right. So I feel like friendship for me is very deep. Because I think that your friends are like your pillars, right? There's something that they say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. They're a reflection of who you are. And more than that, they are like pillars that keep you together, especially when you're falling apart, right? So I would say that friendships are the relationships you have with people that you share the same values with. You have similar goals, and they are willing to support you, willing to be there for you, willing to journey through life with you. So that's how I would define friendship.
I think I will start from where you stopped. Your support system, people that would cheer you up. When you're winning, you don't even have to bother that any other person is not clapping. As long as these people are there, male or female, as long as they are there, they're cheering you up. When you need people to pray for you, you don't have to look so far.
Yeah.
You just want, they're just a call away. How far? This is how I'm feeling. Having these people in your circle is
everything,
really everything. All right, you said something about show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are, right? I was going to even ask you, do you actually believe in that? Because there are people that have I don't want to believe that these are the only friends you have. You would have friends that have different interests, right? You are in the media space, right? You should have friends in different
Other
industries,
life,
exactly. People that you should even have friends that you don't like, maybe your values do not really align, but they are friends, right? And I know you said something before we started that we have different kinds of friends, so I'd like you to shed more light on that.
Okay. Actually, when you put it that way, it's making me think about it. And I'm not. Yeah, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. It's just to say that the people that you associate yourself with would rub off on you whether or not you like it. Not to say that you guys have to be on the same path. Like, for example, you and I now, for example, we are both in the media space.
Okay.
We're both doing media related stuff. We both host events.
Yes.
Things like that, right? And it does not mean that all my friends are going to be in that same path like me.
Okay.
It's just that the values they have, I like the values that they have. I can relate to them. Like the values they have, I also have.
Can you differentiate what you mean by what kind of values are you talking about?
Okay, so for example, let me give something simple like hard work or faith.
Okay.
Or what's called like core values, like the things that make you who you are. They share those same values. They share those same principles.
Is it possible to have a friend that I actually asked, is it possible to have a friend that your values don't really align? For instance, your different backgrounds, religious beliefs, right? You're a Christian, the other person might be a Muslim, or is it possible? Can such friendships work?
That's
do you have friends outside
my
your
faith? That's a deep one. We're going right in. Okay. I would say that there's something that I picked up from J Booms on Instagram,
Okay.
and I think to Local Solutions. They had this friendship episode. You guys check it out on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Right. And there was something that J Booms said. She said that there are people that are her core. There's people that are close to her heart, like they are very close, like they are extremely vulnerable with each other, and it's a two-way street. Like you date for me and I date for you, right? And then there are people that are friends that are outside of that core, but they are still her friends. And then there are people that are acquaintances. So think about it like a circle, like a pie chart.
Yes,
you know pie chart from secondary school,
Yes,
right?
I do.
There are these people in this corner that are your core. There are these people in this corner that are outside of your core, but they are still your close friends. And there are people that are here that are like your acquaintances, right? So because of the way that I see friendship, like because of how vulnerable and how much I would need you as my friend and you would need me as your friend as
Yes.
well. Because of that, I would say that if you don't share the same values, especially something as deep as your faith, there's only so much you can there's only so much you can have in the friendship. Like there's a certain extent of the closeness. Because you can be friends, like you love them, you care for them, you support them, you're there for them, but that what's it called, that partnership, that friendship that comes with friendship, where I can ask you for advice,
Yes.
or for counsel about something I'm going through or something I need clarity on, and you would tell me, for example, let's pray about it, right? Let's pray about it, or let's approach it in this way. Because we have the same faith, we can lean on each other like that. But when we don't, we can be close, but we will not connect on that deeper level. Because my faith makes me who I am.
Yes.
And your faith makes you who you are. So if there's that disconnect, it just limits the extent of our closeness. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. So you mentioned something about different kinds of friends, your core friends,
Yes.
acquaintances, and so I would like us to explain, because many people don't know that
Yeah.
there are different kinds of friendship where we work together. We are friends, but we are not intimate friends. So there should be lesser expectations, right? In my opinion, right? But when you are placing so much expectations from somebody that you work with, it's a different ballgame,
Yeah.
and you're setting yourself up for heartbreaks and friendship
disappointments.
heartbreaks.
Oh my God!
real.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll get into that, because
you've
girl,
you've experienced this before.
I've experienced it before.
Please, before we go, please, I want to hear.
Do you want to hear the
I
gist?
like it hot. So what happened?
I guess before we get to the friendship heartbreak part,
Okay,
I want
okay.
to explain the core, the different
okay,
levels. Yeah.
okay.
Let's start from there.
I like
You want
how
gist?
they ball.
Oh yeah, wait first.
Okay, oh yeah.
So so the core and the
Acquaintances.
I like how you put it, like just how there are different categories of friendships,
Different
and
categories.
it defines expectations,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So for example, there's someone I work with, and we match. She matches my energy. Like we match each other's energy. We're there for each other at work. She has my back. Even when I'm slacking, like at work, she can say, "Oh, I've noticed that you're not." Yeah, like, is everything okay? And if she's off, if her voice sound, maybe we're in a meeting or we always do this thing where after every meeting, like at work, when everybody has left the call, we're the only ones without doing about that. This person said this one. And the truth is, outside of work, we're not very, like, she has her own people in her corner, and outside of work, I have my own people in my corner, and we understand that with each other. So we know that work brought us together. So we know that even if we are there for each other, like the expectations are not like, they are not unequal. Like we know that this is where I am in your life, this is my position in your life, and so that's why I feel like it's important to, at least I've learned now, to avoid disappointing others and to avoid being disappointed yourself. The truth is, you cannot be close with everybody. It's exhausting. You cannot share your information, because the truth is, friendship is about shared information. Like, I'm telling you things about me, you're telling me things about you. Those are the things that now influences our closeness, right? So you cannot have your business with
Everybody,
right? You just can't.
yes.
That's just the truth. So I've learned that there are people that are, and I've learned to also communicate that. I feel like when you can communicate that with people, right? So that's what I just want to say about that core part, where they are intentional about building this friendship with you. Like the way I see friendship like marriage. Like we're in this together. That's why we have to be on the same page about deep things like our faith. Because I feel like we are in this for life. Like especially my girls, like they know that we're in this for life. We have friendship dates, we have intentional conversations, hard conversations where we feel like, I feel like you were not there for me in this, that. I feel like you could have done this better.
It's like a relationship,
it's like a relationship where we actually review, do like friendship appraisals, as deep as that may sound. Like I feel like we can do this better, we can pray better. I feel like we can do this, and okay, what are your goals for this year? How can I help you? You get so that's how those are like my core. Then my other friends, like we check up on each other. We don't talk every day.
Yes.
We check up on each other once in a while. When we catch up. Like we'll spend like 1 hour talking, right? And then there are acquaintances, people that you love and love you, people that like support you and you cheer them on as well, but there's not that constant communication that influences closeness. So those are the categories. Now, friendship heartbreak, girl.
What happened?
It's very painful, actually, especially for I mean like for both parties. Like either you serve the person the breakfast or you will serve the breakfast. Breakfast for our international audience is heartbreak, basically. Heartbreak, actually.
What is that thinking?
Yeah, so that's what that is. And because I'm such an emotional person, and I take friendship very seriously. When something happens that you make a mistake that messes up your friendship, it's just very painful. You get like, it's just very painful. You're just like, okay, this is difficult, it's awkward to get back, it's awkward to mix. Of course, it doesn't mean that it's permanent. Maybe at the time, you just need space, and you give them the space that they need, or they give you the space that you need, and then maybe later in life you guys now regroup and stuff like that. So yeah.
But what really happened, Debbie? What really happened?
You want to get into it?
I actually want to get into it.
Girl,
what happened?
It's just like, just when you, how do I explain it? When
was it your fault?
For this particular, no, I've experienced friendship heartbreaks at different times.
Yes.
Like one person, this one was like, we maybe in secondary school, like we were a group of friends, especially when in group friendships, right? When we were a group of friends, and two of us, like we're three. Two of us were closer than the third person.
The third person always feel left out.
Yeah, and I felt like she had some issues that we never resolved, and so like maybe one day to just burst, like kasala, literally kasala just burst everywhere, and it was just like, oh my god, I didn't think you had this like these thoughts about me, towards me, and all of that. And then
I think that's where communication comes in, right? I feel like in relationships or friendships or whatever it is, when you feel offended, I feel like you should always talk. Let them know, communicate with them, because they might not even know that what they are doing is. Do you understand? And for heartbreak, yes, I think I spent my very first one in secondary school as well. Me and her, and I'm this person that, once I choose this particular person as my friend, my best friend, I'm always very clean. I don't want any other person to be your best friend, right? I've always been a jealous person. I've always been a jealous friend, from childhood. So we used to be very close. Then all of a sudden one new girl just came, and all of a sudden that person was like stealing my friend's attention from me. I was now feeling like the third wheel in the relationship and all of that. But we got better. We kept on talking, and our friendship was growing up until I left. I changed secondary school.
Okay.
Then I still wanted to be friends with her because I just did not want to change, it just felt really awkward. But then she didn't feel that way. She moved on. Wow. I was really heartbroken. I would have said her name now, but there's no point.
Let's not call anybody.
There is no point, my dear. I've moved on, and I actually understand, but it was really painful, the fact that she has actually moved on. What happened to the love we shared? I'm not a lesbian, please. I'm not. I'm just saying, but then we had a connection, and I just felt like it was mutual, but it wasn't. It was one-sided.
She probably just outgrew it. Like,
Exactly.
she probably just felt like maybe we don't have as much in common
anymore. Maybe
You
because I left.
school, so like
I
there's so much.
didn't leave school. I left
You
that
left
particular
that
school to another school.
So she probably felt like she just couldn't keep up.
Exactly. So in that instance now, we we're friends because we were in the same place at that time,
and that mostly happens.
But if I had acknowledged that earlier, I would not have been heartbroken.
Hurt,
Exactly, and that's why we're having this conversation.
Woo!
Big purr. So I'd like us to talk about benefits of friendships, because some people, when they'll be like, what's the essence? I just want to do my life alone, right? Just let me go. You are my friend at work. I'm going home. I don't have to, because some people don't want to get hurt. Because of that, they place a barrier, no, you cannot come into my personal space, and they will be hurting, and they don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have anybody to speak with. They will not be able to share. That's why there is a lot of depression going around in the world. People are not sharing, they're not opening up, letting people in, So I would like us to talk about benefits of friendship so that people can know, so you can, especially for you that has decided not to have a friend in this life, so you can know that there are benefits to having friends.
So I guess I'll start on a lighter note. I'll say that first of all, you need those people that are going to help you pick pictures that you post on Instagram.
What about those friends? You take good pictures of them, but the pictures they will take of you, you will look like a chimpanzee.
Wow.
Right?
You're speaking from experience.
It's paining me. See, we have to call this guy. I'm sorry, we'll get back there. We have to call you out, right? I will take good pictures of you. You'll be happy. You'll be smiling. You'll be thinking of,
like, wow.
When you now take pictures of me, I'll not be like, wow, where's my leg?
I'm the friend that used to snap rubbish show. I'm the friend that does not know how to snap picture. I'm the friend that you will take good pictures of, and then when I'm taking pictures of you, maybe the phone will be slanted, or maybe the background.
Change your ways. You guys need to change.
God will help us. We are improving. God will help us. I speak for those ones that don't know how to.
The ones that take good pictures. I speak for no, it's actually it hurts a lot. We would appreciate it if you people can change your
can do better. Okay, but so you need those friends that they pick pictures for you, and then they'll still like the pictures. They'll still hype you in the comments. They'll still be like, girl, look at you.
We need to talk to friends, right? You see your friend's picture on social media and you cannot support your friends with comments. Why?
That one.
Why?
One is,
you just like question. And go. Why? Do you want us to call you back to say why? It shouldn't be like that. I feel like you should always support your friends.
If you I feel like I'm a fan of communication, right? Like you said. So if you feel like your friend is doing that and something you would love, because there's also love languages in friendship, right? There's how you want to be loved and how you want people to show up for you, and it's important to communicate that. So for you, it might be sharing your podcast, it can be sharing this video, it can be what's it called? It can be whatever. And if your friend, maybe they're not a social media person, for example, and they're just like, I'm liking the picture, right? But you want more. You want them to share it. You want them to comment. So those are things you should communicate.
You're actually right, because I have a friend. He supports my podcast 100%. He would share with his contact, but you will not see him like my picture. He would not like any of my pictures in this life. You'd be like, Carrie, he wouldn't like it. He would not leave any comments. He likes to, be behind the scenes and all of that. So you're very correct.
So it's just important to communicate what you want in friendships and how you want to be loved, right? And then benefits of friendship. I mean, we all know this thing where they say that no man is an island, and nobody can be alone. Friendship is there are people that will spur you to be a better version of yourself. People that would correct you and call you out when you are acting out of character. People that would support you. People that and the truth is, we always think about there are people that you also pour into, because there is the blessing and there is the value in also giving to your friends. There's this satisfaction you feel when because you were there for your friend.
Here are 3 signs that you are in a one-sided friendship.
Number 1, you always text first. Emphasis on always. They've never texted you. When you check a call log, they never text you.
And when they do text you, it's because they need something. They are best in needing something, which is not bad, right? Friends should help each other. But when you need them, they're never there for you.
And finally, it's always about them. The world revolves around them. They never let you express yourself. That is a one-sided friendship, and you need to run.